Calaroga Shark Media.
Outbit, outlaugh, outlast. This is Comedy Survivor.
And I'm Johnny Mac. This is Comedy Survivor, where 6 weeks ago, 16 comedians were stranded on Comedy Island. Each week, the listeners vote off one comedian. What they do is they go to the Facebook group, which is Daily Comedy News Podcast Group, and they write down a name. Whoever gets the most votes is voted off Comedy Island. Still in the game, Jim Gaffigan, Nikki Glazer, Seth Meyers, Kevin Hart, John Mulaney, Atsuko Atkatsuka, Sebastian Maniscalco, Tig Notaro, Sarah Silverman, Leslie Jones, and Bert Kreischer. It's time to see who goes home. I'll tally the votes. Michelle votes for Sarah Silverman. I believe that is Sarah's first vote in the game. Matt votes for Kevin Hart. I believe that's Kevin Hart's first vote in the game. Interesting start here. Mike votes for Seth Meyers. Scott votes for Tig Notaro. Aaron votes for Seth Meyers. That's 2 votes for Seth Meyers. Yvonne votes for Atsuko Atkatsuka. Rob votes for Atsuko Atkatsuka. That's 2 votes for Atsuko Atkatsuka, 2 votes for Seth Meyers. Dylan votes for Atsuko Atkatsuka, 3 votes for Atsuko Atkatsuka. Richard votes for Seth Meyers, 3 votes for Seth, 3 votes for Atsuko. Cheryl votes for Sebastian Maniscalco. Andrea votes for Sebastian Maniscalco. That's 3 votes for Atsuko, 3 votes for Seth, and 2 votes for Sebastian. And our final vote comes from Andy, who votes for Kevin Hart. Once again, for the second week in a row, we have a tie. Under the rules of Comedy Survivor, Spruce the AI will cast the deciding vote. Spruce, are you there?
I'm right here. No need to worry. I'm ready whenever you need me. What's on your mind next?
Can you check my work? Make sure the votes are accurate.
I already reviewed the votes from the text you shared, and the final tally came out to a tie between Seth Meyers and Atsuko Atkatsuka with 3 votes each.
Under the rules of Comedy Survivor, you get to cast the deciding vote and would like your reason why, please.
Well, since I'm in the hot seat, I picked based on who stirred the most passionate debate. Both Seth and Atsuko got strong reactions, but since comedy's subjective, I lean for keeping the one who sparked that I finally watched the moment. Atsuko stays, Seth goes. Now that's a twist.
Wow, make 12:30 great again. Seth Meyers has been eliminated. We'll take the break, we'll come back, and we'll analyze this week's vote. Wow, another fun week here on Comedy Island. Seth Meyers' elimination is a big vote, not a random one. It was not a pile-on from one voting block. It was a coalition. Mike started the ball rolling with a clean, direct vote that framed Seth Meyers as the natural follow-up to Jay Leno. Aaron reinforced it with an argument about making late night great again. Aaron, the President of the United States, and I are all aligned on that one somehow. The AI tells us what matters is that the anti-Seth vote was unified while the rest of the field was fragmented. Atsuko had momentum early, then it stalled. Kevin Hart has a little heat, but it's casual heat, not organized heat. And Sebastian's 2 late votes are protest votes, not a movement. And the AI points out people openly said we can get Seth later and then didn't. That means that once a name becomes acceptable, it becomes inevitable. According to the AI, upcoming possible targets include Kevin Hart, Sebastian, and of course, Atsuko Atkatsuka. Little momentum. She barely survived this week, but Leslie Jones barely survived last week, and there wasn't a single vote for her this week. So who knows what will happen on Comedy Survivor. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to the Facebook group, which is Daily Comedy News Podcast Group. There, you will find a cartoon image of me and Seth Meyers. In that Facebook thread, you will vote. Make it super clear. I'm voting off so-and-so. The last thing I need for this thing is a controversy. It's bad enough with the ties. Seth Meyers has been eliminated, joining Amy Schumer, Adam Sandler, Joe Coy, Ron White, and Jay Leno back at the Comedy Island Resort and Spa Hotel. Still in the game, still on the island, Jim Gaffigan. I don't think he's gotten a vote yet. Nikki Glaser quietly sailing along. Kevin Hart now on the radar. John Mulaney, Sebastian Maniscalco, Tig Notaro, Sarah Silverman, Leslie Jones, Bert Kreischer, and Atsuko Atkaska still on Comedy Island. All right, comment one name. You are voting someone off the island. 1 vote per person. Voting ends end of day Thursday. Who will go next on Comedy Survivor?